You know my first guest tonight from Lost, from Lord of the Rings, a whole host of television stuff he's got, and films, of course. Yes, he's got a new series starting up. It's called Wild Things with Dominic Monaghan. That's a clue to who he is. It's airing Tuesday nights on BBC America. Take a look at this.
I've come to Vietnam's Mekong River.
Dom, you look great, man. You're dressed so well, you could be in the band.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I like this band. Now,
Do you like them? Yeah.
This is new, right?
Yeah, it's Jeff Peterson and the Debt Collectors, have decided.
Very good work.
Yeah, it's
very good work up to now.
Yeah, no, it'll change, but they get a little more drunk as the evening goes on.
That's how it goes with bands.
Hey, that looks fantastic.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's a dangerous snake, though.
Yeah, it's a dangerous snake.
Well, don't do that.
Well, nowadays with nature shows, you kind of have to push it a little bit to that degree. Otherwise, people are like, we've seen it.
But you said, I heard you in that, you said this is one of the most dangerous and skittish cobras. And I'm thinking, well, get yourself a less skittish cobra. Get yourself a cobra that's kind of like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, just like Secretariat.
Yeah.
And the monocle cobra, I believe, kills more people in India than any other cobra. And by nature, that type of cobra is a little weird and very keen to bite.
It's a monocle cobra, which means it has one eye.
On the back of its neck. On the back of its
So it's kind of like a Nazi commandant in a way.
A little bit.
And it's like, I am the monocle cobra, as you can tell.
Be very careful of the three-eyed snake. Not quite as dangerous as the one-eyed trouser snake.
I'm sure I have no idea what you mean. Do you know what I noticed, though, and congratulations on this, that you're British.
True.
And you're doing a show where you're not acting, you're just presenting.
Yeah.
And yet you're not doing that British presenters thing. Have you noticed what they do?
What's the British presenter?
Well, every British presenter, every time I see a British show, they start they're talking like this, and then they finish the sentence like this. This is one of the most exciting cars I've ever driven in my entire life.
The Top Gear syndrome.
Right, I start like this, oh, look at me, and then...
No, I don't want to do that.
No, you sound great.
Well, I tell you what, right, it's interesting, because up until now in my career, I've established myself as an actor, and then sticking your neck out as a host, which you do for a living now.
Well, I did it because I failed as an actor, clearly, yeah.
But it's quite a vulnerable feeling, huh? Because then you have to come to terms with the fact that if they don't like the show, maybe they don't like you.
Yeah, it's you they don't like. Yeah. No, when people don't like this show, they don't go, I'm not sure if the plot line is right, or if, you know... It's like, no, it's him. Him, I hate.
But you can't have that too much. You know,
you'd be surprised.
Very much enjoy what's going on with your hair tonight.
You're interested in my hair. What's going on?
You've got a little pump going on. It's like a tribute to the Cuban heel on top of your head.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's what I was going for, a little bit. This is one of the more dangerous and skittish hairstyles in the world. Don't get too close, or...
Whoa!
That's right. It's fierce.
It's very sexy, if you don't mind me saying.
I don't mind you saying.
A little bit like Morrissey.
Oh, I don't think it's like Morrissey.
Really?
No, I'm not sensitive enough.
If you keep growing it, you can get it up there.
No, I could never have a pompadour like Morrissey. I don't have the talent for that. I like Morrissey. Are you a Smiths fan, then?
Oh, man, I love the Smiths.
You're sensitive, then?
Yeah, well, of course.
Yeah.
I rejected the Smiths for a while because they're from Manchester, and I was like, they're the biggest band from Manchester, and I'm more a Stone Roses, Oasis kind of grunty man thing. And then I was on a train one day going down to London, and I heard a song by the Smiths called Still Ill. Do you know
I know that song. Yeah, it's a very good song.
Just killed me. And from then on, I was all about it.
Yes, I'm like that with golf.
I've heard you getting into golf.
Well, I rejected golf. I rejected golf.
Because you're punk.
Because I was punk, because I was Scottish. Golf is Scottish.
Yeah.
And I was like, no way, man. And
I'm in a band.
Yeah.
I'm not into that stuff.
No way. Yeah. And then I turned 50, and they put a camera in my bottom. And when I woke up, I liked golf.
Go figure.
I don't know what happened.
That's amazing.
Yeah, apparently it's one of the byproducts of a colonoscopy that once you get your first colonoscopy, you're like, you know, I just go out and hit a few holes and see what happens.
You could approach it in a little bit more of a punk rock way, though, right? I mean, you
Can I?
Well, like when you're on the potting green, you could do it like a pull shot.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's it.
Push the
Are
ball.
you a golf player?
I've tried it, but I have absolutely no patience for anything. So golf requires patience.
Well, that or age, and I think that's what it is. I think that I had no patience for it, and then I turned 50, and I was like, oh, where am I going?
Now, is it just you? is it just you? Or do you go out with friends? Do you ever
Well, I will only play golf with guys that let me play golf against myself. Now, anyone who plays golf knows what I'm talking about.
You mean against your ability?
I'm not talking about masturbating on a golf course. Now, what I'm talking about.
Thank God.
I might be talking about that, but I want to play against myself because I mean, I started when I was 50 years old. I mean, the guys have been playing it since they were 9 years old. I can't play against them.
No.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So, exactly.
Yeah.
So I just go out and I hit the ball around. And
you have them for company and camaraderie.
right, and I watch them play golf properly while I occasionally have to go, I'll just pick mine up and walk the rest of the way.
Right.
Yeah.
What, you've parred a couple of holes at this point?
Yes, I have. Thank you for asking me. Yes, I have. Yeah, you know all the lingo.
Oh, I know some stuff.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough, because I'm a Manchester United fan, lucky enough to be friends with a couple of the Manchester United players, and they are almost all scratch golfers.
Well, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, Ryan Giggs, I think, is a scratch golfer.
What about Sir Alex Ferguson? Is he a golfer?
I think he's a pretty decent golfer. They play for a lot of money, and those guys are such fierce competitors. They were playing for money one day, and they came back, and the only players that were in a good mood were the ones that won, and all the losers were in a bad mood for the rest of the day, because they're all competitors.
Well, you don't want your soccer team to be in a bad mood for the rest of the day.
Absolutely.
That'd be like having a monocled cobra in your trousers.
Oh, you don't want that. Yeah. It's a fun show, though. It's
What, the danger show? Do you go into dangerous spiders and stuff?
I look for the world's largest spider.
Hold on. We have to take a commercial break.
Okay. We'll
And coincidentally, we are sponsored by the world's largest spider.
Nice.
So we'll talk more about it when we come back. We'll be right back with Dominic Monaghan. Welcome back. We were just talking. It's funny that you forget we were talking, and then you came back, and I was like, "Oh, hi,"
which is weird, because it's a talk show, isn't it?
It's a talk show, and yet here we are, talking slightly differently than we were before.
Yeah.
Because we weren't talking about the world's largest spider.
No.
Well, in a way, we were.
In a way, we were talking about a beast, a crazy beast.
A crazy beast that lives inside you.
Yeah, true. But let's talk about the world's largest spider.
Okay, then. Where is it? Is it here?
No.
All right.
Didn't bring it with me. It's in Laos, Southeast Asia.
Right.
We were lucky enough to be the second Western company to actually go into this cave to find the spider. The first one was the National Geographic channel.
Right.
And they live in these underground caves, 2.5 kilometers into these caves.
How big are they?
They're about the size of a dinner plate, including legs. Yeah, you got a dinner plate?
No, but I've got a frisbee. It's about a frisbee size.
I would say that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So body. And then legs.
Body about here.
This particular area there.
Right.
And then the
Maybe
remaining.
we should draw a spider on this.
Yeah, let's.
I think that'd be awesome.
And in the remaining yellow section.
Right.
Good.
Right. Let's body.
How many legs does a spider have?
Ooh, 4.
Good.
Each side. Right. So here's
there you go.
Right.
It's quite a rudimentary spider, to be honest.
Well, he's scared because he's normally in his cave.
Right. So he's gone internal. Everything else has gone internal. Eyes. Yeah. He needs 10 of those. Welcome. Drawing with Craig. Oh, you're really quite gifted. Brilliant.
All right.
Pretty good.
How many mouths?
Only one mouth. 2 Nah. 4 teeth. All right. Fair enough. Yeah, a little bit of venom on there. It's a venomous spider. Good. Great. All right.
Is it venom?
Just looks like he's been eating watermelon.
Well, he's that big. He could have a watermelon if he wanted.
Hairs. Sensory hairs on its legs so that it can spot you coming.
Is it? Did you hold this spider?
Yeah, I held it. These guys are almost entirely blind. Their eyes are rudimentary.
Well, you get 10 eyes.
10 of them, but they don't.
You're blind?
Because they live in caves. They've been living in caves for so long.
Well, get out. Get a bit of fresh air.
Good point. But they use those hairs to sense you, so they will be able to blindly, deftly sense you coming from like 20 meters away. Amazing spider. And I was taught to grab hold of them by the legs and peel the legs back so that their venomous fangs couldn't bite you. And I was annoyed by the fact that I had to hold him in such a cruel way, so I ended up just letting it walk around in my hand, and that's episode 2, and it's an amazing moment in the show.
You're doing a lot of drugs right now, man. I'm getting a kind of peyote vibe. Am I in the neighborhood?
It gets you closer to nature.
Yeah, you get you dead, son.
Yeah.
That's what it...
I noticed that my reaction time is a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be, because it has to be, because you need it to save your life, you know. So with some of these snakes and stuff, I was like, wow, I'm actually a lot more spry than I thought.
Spry? You don't get spry until you have your colonoscopy. Anyway, good luck with the show. Dominic Monaghan, everybody.
It's a dangerous snake.
Well, don't do that.
Well, nowadays with nature shows, you kind of have to push it a little bit to that degree, otherwise people are like, we've seen it.
But you said, I heard you in that, you said this is one of the most dangerous and skittish cobras. Yeah. And I'm thinking, well, get yourself a less skittish cobra. Get yourself a cobra that's kind of like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, just likes to tear it.
Yeah, just... Dominic! Dom, you look great, man. You're dressed so well, you could be in the band.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I like this band. Now,
Do you like them? Yeah.
This is new, right?
Yeah, it's Jeff Peterson and the Debt Collectors, I've decided.
Very good work.
Yeah,
very good work up to now.
Yeah, no,
Jeff.
it'll change, but they get a little more drunk as the evening goes on.
That's how it goes with bands.
Hey, that looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's a dangerous snake, though.
Yeah.
There's a whole host of television stuff he's got, and films, of course. He's got a new series starting up. It's called Wild Things with Dominic Monaghan. That's a clue to who he is. It's airing Tuesday nights on BBC America. Take a look at this.
I've come to Vietnam's Mekong River.
You know my first guest tonight from Lost, from Lord of the Rings.